In the workers' compensation field, what we are tasked to do is to represent the injured worker. Fort Lee is famous for a lot of things, but what comes to mind most is the George Washington Bridge. During the course of construction, at least 12 people died. More likely, it was probably close to 100. These were immigrants who came from all European countries. I am a product of that immigration. My grandfather was a coal miner and a steel mill worker. He worked in the mines outside of Pittsburgh for many years, ultimately developed black lung and died from his exposure. There were no class action suits like there are now to protect those people, and my aunt, she's 99 years old, and every time I go see her, she still asks, is there anything we can do for Pop's case? Things like that, as a kid, stuck with me, and I always thought to myself, would there be a way that I could make a change, maybe not for my grandfather, but for the next generation's grandfather? We are, I believe, one of the few firms that really truly cares enough, because we all understand what these people are going through.
I was at work one day, it was my anniversary, and we were welding down HVAC units on a roof. I must have knelt on something, and I threw my weight and put it down. I thought it was the roof, but it was a hole that was covered with sheetrock, which I fell between 15 to 18 feet and landed on my head and left side of my body. I was in a coma for 7 days and 9 hours worth of brain surgery. I just had to battle back until I can get myself back on my feet. I was very nervous on not working. I knew from the bills and everything I was going to have that I would have to go to an attorney, and I really didn't know any, so I was very confused until one friend of mine told me Chris would handle everything for you. And he really did. It really worked out well for me. Whatever he told me, it worked out just like he told me. I didn't have to worry about anything. There's no games or funny things. What he told me is what happened. I think that's what most people would want.
My firm specializes in doing construction accident cases where we represent the worker's injury and his pain and suffering suffered as a result, but we also handle his workers' compensation case to get him benefits immediately so that he doesn't have to worry about feeding his family while he's disabled from work. And one thing that we strive for here is to make sure that for that period where that client is our client, and they're in our office and they're in our care, that we provide them with the service that is above and beyond what they expect. The laws still aren't perfect, and unfortunately people are hurt on job sites all the time. That injustice is something that we're all working very hard to try and change, and I'd love to see that change sooner than later.